I'm really happy with this Binturong habitat. I feel like this female is very happy in here, but I did realize something, is that the Binturong are monogamous, or at least they're thought to be. So what I think is that maybe we open up the habitat after all. But what I'm thinking is we don't let that go to waste. What we do is, if they don't want to mate and be monogamous, we can separate them. But if they do like each other and seem to be very cute and closely bonded, we can just leave the habitat open for both of them. So how we're going to do this is we're going to delete this door, but we're going to put in a fake door that could reasonably be a door for the habitat. And then at that point, we can knock through this wall and just let this all be one habitat. But in theory, it's still two habitats. So I'm going to do this for a keeper habitat gate. And then we have access in here. In fact, I'm going to duplicate it as well so it sticks through on the other side. There we go. So we have access on both sides. And then this door is simply going to be opened. So barrier-wise, we just need to knock out these middle ones. And that should recalculate the habitat for them. Except they're not going to be able to access all of it. So let's open up this gate. Okay, well that's through. Where are they? They're very small and quite difficult to see. They're in here. Let's go on habitat and see what you can access. So it hasn't recalculated their habitat for them because supposedly they can't fit through here. I wonder if it's just the pea shrubs in the way though. Does that open it up at all? Yeah, this is now the whole thing. So this is 900 square meters. So it's just that they can't get through, I think. What we could do is put them on the other side of the habitat. Oh, no, it's calculated now. They're able to get through. Cool. Okay, so they have 810 meters. They've still got loads of climbing area, but I think we should put some more from on the other side. And the terrain painting is pretty good that we did, so they're happy with that. So we've got to put some stuff in on the other side, though, because if the male is here on their own, then they're going to need some stuff themselves. So we're just going to put some of the same trees in. I'm kind of just going to duplicate these across, but we'll have random rotation on. And that way we get a similar look, but a lot of the same trees. And before I do that, actually, let's put some more climbing in here, because that is much more difficult to do when there's trees everywhere. So I'm going to filter by the Binturong. Where are they? B-I is higher. There we go. Binturong. And then we can get them in here as well. Maybe put a couple of different enrichment items in here. Okay, I feel like that is quite a lot of climbing enrichment for these guys. So hopefully they like that. What is it in total? 421 meters squared of climbing. That's loads for them. So now we just need a few of these trees to come over, and I think we'll be pretty good. Okay, I think that looks pretty cool. Got a lot more nature in here now. So that seems pretty reasonable, and we can definitely get a male in here. So let's see if there are any males. There are no males available still, but that's fine. We've got the habitat ready for them, and we've got some challenges done. So let's claim the rewards for those. That's not bad, is it? And seeing as we've got these in, I think, firstly, they are shy. So let's put in some security measures. I'm going to put in the please be quiet sign. Do not disturb, that's what it's called. Because they're not going to appreciate guests being really noisy. I'm going to try and put it at points that aren't disruptive. But I think it's in security and crime you can see do not disturb. They've got quite a wide radius on them. So just a couple is probably enough. Sprinkled around. That should be good. And then guests will be a little bit quieter. And to facilitate with that, I'm going to put in a nice big nature area here and a nice big nature area here. But first, let's get some more shops in over here, because this is why we need the nature areas to make them quiet, is because we're going to put some shops in. And what shops do we have? Our guests desperately need some shops. In facilities, we've got lots of water. We've got milkshakes, coffee, and soda and energy. Okay, so maybe it's time to get some... We've got smoothies? That's an option, isn't it? What I guess wanting, actually. That's a really important thing. They want hunger and thirst about the same, to be honest. Okay, fine. Lots of damaged things. I mean, barely. Okay, there we go. No more damaged things. That's good. They don't like the litter and they don't like the damaged things, but that's pretty good. They're going to need a toilet and they're going to need basically food and drink. Both of them. So let's go guests, turn off the blueprints and get ourselves... I'm pretty sure they have a smoothie somewhere. Pip Shop smoothies and juice. They've got juice and smoothies. Let's have both. Okay. Let's put in a little building. Now, we're only going to want to set it so far back because of the terrain there. So I think I'm going to put this over here. Have them start around here. Set them back a little bit too, so there's a little bit of a queue. And if we have the smoothies there, let's put the juice on the other side. And then we could get some Missy Goods. I don't think we've got Missy Goods yet. What do these do? I thought this was, oh my goodness, it's donuts. I thought it was like a souvenir thing. Oh, let's get donuts then, sure. And Mexcellente, yeah, let's have Mexcellente. And maybe in the middle we do have something to buy, like some souvenir type things. We've got hats. Have we got anything else so far? I don't think we have much, to be honest, in terms of stuff for them to buy. We've got lots of drinks and food. Merchandise, we've got Looney Balloons, Just a Memento, and Hat Fantastic. I think that's actually all of them. So let's start with another hats over here, because I'm pretty sure that's the one we have at the start. So there's quite a distance between the hats we have all the way over here and the hats we're going to be selling over there. Let me just double check though. What did we put over here? This is just food and drinks. We've got Just a Memento over here, actually. It's just a memento. But that's fine. There's still very far away from hats. Hats must be... They're not here. This is balloons. Oh, actually, Hats Fantastic is over here. So that's really much closer than I thought. Let's swap out Hats Fantastic for another souvenir shop, because that's really far away from this. Just a Memento can go in here. There we go. I wanted to get the rope between all of them because I think it just looks a bit more uniform to have the rope there. And it makes sense that they're roped between them, so you can't go between. Now we're also going to have some toilets. I think maybe this is a good spot for toilets over here. So let's put them in. And none of these have power, so they're going to need a little solar panel. So what we're going to do is build in a building that has a solar panel on the roof in this section here. I think this will work, and we'll have the same for the toilets. And to be honest, I kind of like this theme. We're going to use the bamboo, the log, and the Indonesian pieces, I think, because I think they just look quite nice together. Okay, I think that's a reasonable toilet. These roof pieces are becoming the bane of my existence, but I think this ended up looking okay, and it's a desperately needed toilet, so we're going to throw it in the work zone as well on maintenance 3, as well as all of these actually. I'm going to put them all in there, and then we probably want to put this in the Asia zone, all of these shops, and then we can add these vendors into that work zone. So let's put you into the Asia zone, all of you. And I think let's hire another couple of vendors as well, just to work this area. And then there's 7 of them to do 5 shops. And then they've got a bit more, like, resilience in the team. Otherwise, if they all go on the break at the same time, we're not going to make any money at all. So hopefully that gives them enough space to, like, mix it up and swap out with one another. But they've got a nice big staff room here, with a keeper that has lost the will. Bless him. Just staring out the window. So let's decorate up this building and put in the solar panel we need to make this actually function. Okay, I feel like that looks so much better as well. Like, it's got a nice green roof to it, and there's plenty of space for the guests to come in now and actually use it. Let's lay out some benches for them, and I want to put a nice tree in the middle with some hedges, because we've done that before. Oh no, wait, before we do that, what's wrong with you? Your hydration is 0. Can you not access the water? Yes, you can. Okay, well, tell you what. Why don't you have a drink? You might feel better. Go have a drink and you'll feel a lot better, I promise you. Oh my goodness, stop assaulting our guests. They're so noisy. Right, let's see if we've got another male Binturong as well. We do, and it's a good one. Oh, perfect. Okay, well, let's get him and send him to quarantine. And then we can see if he's got any illnesses or any bumps and scrapes before he goes into the habitat with the female. And they can start breeding. We've actually set up a successful breeding habitat. It just wasn't what we expected. But it is still a breeding habitat. We're actually missing any education on this side, so I might put some in. I think if we just select the habitat education board, let's take off these. Probably just one is fine over here, because there's not that much space. I need to send random rotation off as well. And I don't know how the education looks. Let's do guest education coverage. Yeah, we could get another one in here. Get another little speaker in on this side. It just needs to be much smaller. But we can definitely do that, because then you basically don't want it to overlap. So where it's red there, it's overlapping. I'm just going to make that 12. And that still covers this area pretty well. Cool. And we got a donation bin and a be quiet sign. So everything should be good. And they can now learn about the animals. Just want to make sure it's central as possible without encroaching on the door. Because we don't want to do that, do we? It's still supposed to be a real door. Facilities having significant negative effect on guests. Oh. Why is that? I thought the radius would be smaller on that, to be honest. Okay, well, let's just grab you and move you slightly back. Okay, I think that's fixed it mostly. Yeah, this should work. The only thing that's moved is this is now out of the radius of the power. But that's okay. And to be honest, we don't really need this board. I'm just going to take the board out and move the speaker. I'd rather they be within easier to reach power sources. It seems like there's another power source here as well. Ah, yeah, its own one. Okay, well that's much better, isn't it? What about education? Let's put it there. I think these guys can have the education, and we'll take this bush dog one off because it does not really, it's like really far away from the guest, where the guest would actually look at them anyway. And then this Dama Gazelle education point can just be moved to like here. And it's definitely in the right place at that point. There we go, that's resolved that. And then this shouldn't have an impact on guests negatively. Like, this should all be good now. Cool, oh, that's a slight crisis resolved. I didn't even realize that was happening. And quarantine's passed for our male, so let's move him in. Can go into the, oh, we need to change the name of it. It's just gonna be Binturong now. Just one habitat. We should actually check on our vet research as well, because I bet we finished it on the red crown cranes. We have, cool. So they can have maximum food now, highest quality food, and we can start researching the Binturong. I think I've missed it. Yeah, I did. Let's get one of our vets researching them, and maybe the other vet can start working on another disease, because they smashed them out so quickly. We've done these. Let's go for the next one. We're just going to go alphabetically and get rid of all these diseases if we can. And the vet's done a little checkup and are leaving while the mail is about to come in. Look at them in their box, ready to be delivered. Let's have a look at them. Our Binturong male. So they're a little bit smaller than the females, the males. I'd be interested to see them together, actually, for a size comparison. But he is quite small. He's a little boy. Bless him. We're going to need names for these guys. I think in the next video, I will rename a bunch of animals that we haven't renamed yet. So please do suggest names in the comments, and we'll rename both of these ones. Oh yeah, he's definitely a little bit smaller. Okay, she's climbing out of view, so we can't do the size comparison, but you can tell he's a little bit smaller than she is. Bless them. Well, I hope they do mate and like get on really well, because if they can be a monogamous mated pair, that would be awesome for us. And now they're both in here, let's learn a little bit about the Binturong. The Binturong, also known as the bear cat, is a species of mammal that lives in the forests of South and Southeast Asia. It has a long, stocky body with comparatively short, broad legs. They have wiry black hair with a brown face and white-tipped, rounded ears. Females are approximately 20% larger than the males, with the Binturong having a head-to-body length of 71 to 91 centimeters and a tail length of 56 to 91 centimeters. Their tail is huge. The males weigh between 9 to 20 kilos, and the females weigh between 11 to 32 kilos. The genus of the Binturong is Arctictis, which means bear weasel. The Binturong is an excellent climber, but is slow-moving, so does does not leap from branch to branch, instead preferring to move between trees on the ground. Binturongs are a very vocal species, making purring and chuckling noises when happy and wailing when upset. It's also an important seed disperser for the stranglerfig, because unlike other animals, its digestive system can break through the tough seed shell. The binturong's scent glands secrete a substance that smells like popcorn. And that's pretty cool. The binturong is a solitary animal, but is not territorial, and individuals will tolerate each other in the same space. If two binturongs meet, they are likely to avoid each other unless it's a male and a female, and the female is an estrus. They may also be found in groups of a female and her litter, or a mated pair and their litter. Larger same-sex groups have been kept together successfully in captivity. The reproductive habits of the binturongs in the wild are little known, but they are thought to be monogamous. When the female is an estrus, she will make calls and emit a scent that attracts males. In response, males in range will mark excessively with urine and track the female. During courtship, a male and a female will be very affectionate with one another. They will lick each other and even sleep with their tails entwined. The male may then be aggressive towards other approaching males. Binturong females are most likely to give birth between January and March, and they're able to delay egg implantation until conditions are favorable, which explains why there are peaks in birthing at certain times of year. Young are born in an underdeveloped state and spend their first few days hidden in their mother's fur. They begin eating solid food at 6 weeks old and are fully weaned by 8 weeks old. Males may or may not assist in rearing young. The young of binturongs are referred to as both kits or cubs, and are independent and leave their parents and litter at 6 to 8 months old. Unfortunately though, the binturong is a vulnerable species and is threatened by habitat loss, degradation, and fragmentation through deforestation. Its population has declined by 30% since the 1980s. It is also hunted for meat and is often a victim of the wildlife trade. The binturong is a protected species in Bangladesh, Thailand, Malaysia, and Vietnam. So hopefully our zoo can help the species out and push them further away from extinction. Now, let's make this a bit more of a guest area. Right now it's a bit of an odd area. Let's put some bins in, put some benches in, and make it usable. Okay, I think that's a lot of benches. Now, do they have umbrellas? That's the main thing. I didn't actually check that, but I'm not sure they need them. They've got Indian picnic canopies for the Indian benches, and they're quite cute actually. But I like the big Indonesian picnic bench. I think it's pretty cool. And it doesn't seem to have a canopy, so that's absolutely fine with me. We'll leave it as it is. Oh no, why are you attracting stress? How are you stressed? Move away. Stay in your zone. Whoa, look at all them feeding. The Dama gazelles. That's crazy. Okay, let's put the nature in here. I want to put a bit of nature in here, and then I want to have a buffer here and some more nature around this side as well. Now, these both need tending to. That's not good, is it? Maybe our mechanics do need training up. We're going to select all of our staff and train them up, I think. And the research is going well. That's good. Okay, staff, everyone, train up. Now, I didn't actually check if they could escape the Binturong. But let's just double click on them. No, they can't. They also can't access this. That's a little bit odd. I think it's this tree here. How about now? Okay, now they can access everything. Yeah, that's fine. They can still get in there. Cool. I just want them to be able to access the whole habitat. They want lots of plants, but if they can't walk around the plants, that's not really ideal, is it? And they can't swim, but they do drink from the water. So it's fine having it there because, I mean, where they live in the wild, there's going to be water nearby. So it's not like they're not used to being around water, even if they don't swim in it. They don't have to swim in it. Let's put some nature in these areas. Okay, I feel like that's quite naturefied. And that's what we wanted. I like that we've got big trees. I might actually just put another big elm over here. Just because I think it really adds something to have the big trees scattered around. And we're going to fill out more nature this way. So I tell you what, I'll take the tree out and we'll do that in another episode. We need to add another biodiversity area. And I think this is an awesome place to do it around here. And we're about to have another Asian small-clawed otter die of old age. No. Is that one of their daughters? Oh, it's the dad. Oh, we didn't figure out something to do with them, but that's fine. In that case, maybe one of the daughters, like even the youngest daughter, we could get a new male and start breeding with her. I just know they live in family groups, so I don't know if sisters count, or if they wouldn't be happy with living with their sister if there were a male involved. Because we've got 2 adults and a young adult. Oh no, she's passed away, or she's about to. I'm going to call the vet. Oh, he has passed away. Poor thing. Bubbles, it's your time to go. Oh. Well, the mated pair are the first to go in our zoo. And it wasn't even Bubbles, it was Peach. Bubbles is their daughter. Oh no, I feel bad, I got his name wrong. Bless them. Yeah, Bubbles is their firstborn. Poor Peach. We've lost 2 animals now in the zoo. Maybe we should set up a bit of a memorial. We've got them on aging ×5, so they really do age slowly, but you do still, you know, this zoo's been going for quite a while. We've got quite a lot of stuff here, so we are gonna get some animal deaths. And it's quite a thing to respond to, though. I think it's a good mechanic in the game because it means you have to respond to it and change up what you're doing. Oh, we need a new mating pair basically now in our otter habitat. So it's definitely something positive. Oh, I've missed a little area here. I tell you what, I'm going to add in some hedgerows or maybe even just some flowers in here because I think that'll be nice. I'm going to use cornflower because I think these just add a bit more color that we don't have elsewhere. We've got a lot of yellow in our flowers, so I want to get some blue in there too. Okay, that is much better. I'm going to leave this space because it's going to be part of the nature area. But that seems pretty good. This side could probably do with similar treatment. There we go. That's much nicer, isn't it? Got a lot more flowers in here. I think that's really added something. And I think that's probably enough for this video. In the next video, we will continue expanding the zoo and maybe get ourselves a new animal. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a like. It really helps the channel out. And I'll see you in the next one.